Today I want to share with you my experience of banking with Tangerine. So far, I must tell you that I love it, and I'll tell you in a bit exactly why. But as usual, I don't just want to share with you the good news, but also talk about the downside. And in fact, there is one downside of banking with Tangerine, which I will share with you in the end. And this will be an important factor to consider whether or not banking with Tangerine is the right thing for you or not. By the way, guys, I want to tell you upfront that this video is not sponsored. So everything that I'm going to talk about in this video is a reflection of my true thoughts and opinions. The first question that you might have is, what in the world is Tangerine Bank? I guess I've heard of it before, but what bank is it? Is it legit? And most importantly, will my money be safe there? And those were some of the questions that I also asked myself when I was about to open an account with Tangerine. It's good to know that Tangerine Bank actually belongs to Scotiabank, and I'm sure that you've heard of Scotiabank before. It's one of the 5 largest banks in Canada. In fact, Tangerine Bank is also a member of the CDIC, or the Canada Deposit Insurance Corporation. And this means that your deposits up to the amount of 100,000 per category are protected through this corporation. So unless you're dealing with millions and millions of dollars, you can rest assured that your money is safe here. It's also important to know that Tangerine is a direct bank. A direct bank is basically a branchless bank or a virtual bank. And this basically means that you do all of your transactions and you get your support through their online website, through mobile banking, and their contact centers. So now let me share with you 3 things that I really love about banking with Tangerine. And the first thing is the account opening process, which is so simple, so easy, and super fast. It only took me around 10 minutes to do the complete account opening process, and the great thing was that I could do everything online. And also the follow-up was done completely online. Once I submitted my application and there was a document that was missing, Tangerine actually followed up with me by sending me an email. And from there, I just got the document and I uploaded it into the system. And if you want to open an account with Tangerine, you can do it either through their website or through their mobile banking app. And that is actually what I did. So if you also want to open an account through their mobile banking app, all you need to do is first download the app and then fill out your information. And you also need to provide your SIN number at that point. You also need to upload your ID and also take a picture of your face and upload it. And the great thing was also that while waiting for my debit card to arrive in my mailbox, I could already use my Tangerine account to do transactions. By the way, guys, if you like this video and if you found this video useful so far, then please do let me know by hitting the like button. Also, leave me your comments down below and tell me what you would like to know more about. The second thing that I really love about banking with Tangerine is that there are no fees for their checking account, and this is just great. So unlike with other banks, you do not need to maintain a minimum balance in order to enjoy this perk. No matter how much money you keep in your account, you do not need to pay a fee to use your checking account. And then you might think, okay, I'm not paying a fee for the account, but then they might charge me a lot of money for doing transactions, right? That's another awesome thing. When you bank with Tangerine, you have unlimited debit transactions, interact transfers, and also bill payments. And then you might think, okay, it's cheap, there are no fees, but it must be super difficult to find an ATM where you can actually withdraw money if you need it. But luckily, as I told you before, Tangerine Bank belongs to Scotiabank. And because of that, you can actually use your Tangerine card to make withdrawals at Scotiabank's ATMs. I'm still trying to get used to it. I just learned that in Canada, they frequently use the word ABM, which is automated banking machine, but personally, I'm more used to using the word ATM. Okay, now let's talk about interest rates for your checking account. And you might just as well forget about this because the interest rates on your checking account will be close to nothing. But personally, it doesn't bother me at all because mostly I use my Tangerine account to do smaller transactions. And I never really keep a lot of money in my checking account. So it doesn't really matter if it pays me 0 point something %. So what other products and services can you get if you bank with a bank like Tangerine where you pay no fees? And surprisingly, Tangerine, even though it is just an online, a direct bank, offers most of the products and services that other banks also have. And that includes opening a TFSA or an RSP account. It also has a US dollar savings account, and Tangerine also has their own credit card, which if I'm not mistaken has a very good cashback reward. Besides that, you can also apply for a mortgage, a personal loan, a HELOC at Tangerine. The third thing that is really awesome about banking with Tangerine, and that is kind of unexpected, is that at this time, they have one of the highest GIC rates in the market. And if you follow the news, you might be aware that along with rising interest lately, the GIC rates have also increased. So if you open a GIC, which is a guaranteed investment certificate with Tangerine, you can earn up to 5.2% per annum. But please note that this is for a 5-year term. Here you can see exactly how much interest you can earn depending on the term, on the length of your GIC. And guys, please also keep in mind that these are the interest as per today, as per recording of this video on October 25th. So in case you're watching this at a later point, half a year from now, then the interest rates might have changed drastically. And now, as promised, let's get to the downside. You must be thinking there's some kind of catch here, right? It's too good to be true. As I mentioned earlier, Tangerine Bank is a direct bank and they do not have any branches at all for you to visit. So in the case that you have a big complaint or some kind of problem, the only way you can resolve it is via their call centers. And if you've ever dealt with call center agents before and tried to resolve a complaint there, you know that it can really be a pain. Oftentimes, it's much easier if you can walk into the branch and talk with someone face to face there, and you'll get your complaint resolved much faster. Also, if you have questions, you can only get them answered via their call center or email. And if your question is a bit more complicated, then that can also be a bit tricky sometimes. But on the other hand, them having no branches at all and being able to save costs is the reason why Tangerine Bank is able to offer you this checking account with no fees and also pass on their savings in the form of higher interest rates to you. So personally, I am pretty happy with this arrangement. I'd rather pay no fees and have slightly less support. So to sum this up, I would say that Tangerine account is suitable for you if anyway you've never ever set foot in a branch and you're not planning to do that in the future. If you're completely fine with transacting online and only dealing with call center agents in case there's a problem or if you have questions, then Tangerine is perfect for you. The fact that they have no fees means that you can really save a lot of money. Compare that with other banks who have a service fee for their account as high as, let's say, $15. If you have to pay $15 each month times 12 months, that's already $180. That's quite a lot of money. So here's a tip that I have for you guys. Personally, I use Tangerine account, but not as my main account. I still have another account with a regular bank that has branches, and that is where I keep most of my money. So Tangerine is kind of my secondary bank that I use for certain types of transactions, and it's also great to get that higher GIC interest rate for a certain amount of money. But personally, because they do not have a branch, they do not have people I can talk to in person, I prefer not to fully rely on them, just in case I suddenly need help with something, I need extra support. I prefer to have a bank that has a branch. So all in all, considering that you do not have to pay any fees for this, I would say that this is a pretty good deal. And overall, I'm very happy with it. By the way, guys, just in case you're still looking for a credit card that offers awesome rewards, especially if you shop a lot on Amazon specifically, then check out this video over here where I give you my review on Brim MasterCard. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon in the next video.